Greetings, wrestling fans! Welcome back to the channel. And I've never seen WWE insult my intelligence so terribly like what they did in the main event. Overall, I thought Smackdown was a very good show. But this whole thing with Charlotte and Ronda Rousey has now gotten completely out of control. It's now gotten to the point where WWE have just completely said, forget about the history, let's just start spinning our own narrative. What is that narrative now, you guys may be asking? Well, if you guys watched the show, you would know. But for those who are unaware, they're now spinning a narrative that Ronda Rousey is aiming to be the first person to ever make Charlotte Flair tap out. Now, I followed Charlotte's career. Didn't watch her NXT matches, but I followed her career throughout her entire main roster run. And the fact that they had Ronda Rousey say, I'm going to be the first person to make Charlotte tap out, is easily the most insulting thing I have ever heard this company produce. Sasha Banks, Asuka, Natalya, and Becky Lynch have all in the past made Charlotte tap out. So now they want to spin this narrative. They now want to spin a stupid narrative that is completely not true. This is just WWE at its finest, making up the rules because they don't give a shit about us. Vince McMahon literally admitted it on Pat McAfee's podcast. He doesn't give a shit what the internet says. He clearly doesn't give a shit what people says. It's his product. He will do whatever the hell he wants. And this right here, spinning a narrative that Charlotte has never tapped out, is typical Vince McMahon booking right here. He knows Charlotte has tapped out in the past, but he wants to say, this is my company, I will do whatever the hell I want. And I couldn't care less. And you guys know how much I love Charlotte, but she is not winning at WrestleMania. People over the years have said Charlotte wins, LOL. Oh, Charlotte wins because she's Charlotte. Well, she may be Charlotte, but on this occasion, even if she is Charlotte and she is a Flair, it is not going to give her the victory this time. She is 100% losing at WrestleMania, and there's no way you can convince me that Charlotte Flair is going to beat Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey is more Vince McMahon's golden girl than Charlotte Flair ever is. Obviously, Ronda Rousey beat Sonya Deville. I just can't. You see, I've crapped on Shayna Baszler before, but you've heard me say a few times, I would rather Shayna Baszler over Ronda Rousey because at least Shayna is professional. At least A, she will actually agree to lose matches, and B, she won't whine like a little 2-year-old about it. Or 3, she won't say, oh, it ruins my reputation as an MMA fighter if I lose matches. Shayna literally doesn't give a shit. She just does what she's told. Little Miss Ronda over here doesn't want to look weak. She wants to be a champion. She wants to win all the time. She doesn't want to look like a chump. She's called wrestling fake on more than one occasion, and yet this company continues to bring her back. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted by WWE. And I would honestly rather Shayna Baszler over Ronda Rousey, to be completely honest. I may not like Shayna, but I would rather her, because at least she's freaking professional and she's not like Ronda Rousey. So anyway, let's talk about the other things that happened. We had Sami Zayn battle Ricochet for the Intercontinental Championship. Ricochet would surprise the world and become the new Intercontinental Champion. Now, I believe I said in my previous review, I believe I said last week's review I didn't see Ricochet winning, because I heard the stories that this was going to be a title match between Knoxville and Sami Zayn. This right here is the only positive. Taking the title away from Sami Zayn has now made Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville make more sense than having it be a title match. So taking the title away from Sami, even though I thought, you know, it doesn't sound like the most logical thing to do, I just thought, well, it just makes sense to take it away from him and just have Zayn and Knoxville be a match that doesn't involve the Intercontinental Championship. So that's really the only positive here. I do hope Ricochet gets a good run, and hell, new music, and now Ricochet gets new music, and now here he is as the Intercontinental Champion. Pat McAfee's opponent at WrestleMania has been revealed. And Jesus Christ, even I knew this was going to be his opponent. As soon as I heard that Pat McAfee was going to have a match at WrestleMania via Vince McMahon, I knew it wasn't going to be Vince McMahon. The first person I said it was going to be, I was like, yeah, it's obviously going to be Austin Theory. And here it is. Austin Theory. Talk about the most I pretend to be shocked moment. Talk about a pretend to be shocked moment. Even I saw this coming. Jeez. Even I saw this coming miles away. Naomi defeated Carmella in a... You know, I'm starting to not really enjoy Carmella anymore. I think her ring skills is starting to become trash again. She needs to... I'm just not enjoying Carmella anymore now. I'm sorry. Naomi defeats Carmella, and I can't wait for Naomi and Sasha Banks to win the titles. Considering Naomi beat Carmella here, I'm just going to make a full-on guess that Zelina Vega is going to beat I'm going to make a full-on prediction and say Zelina Vega is going to beat Sasha Banks next week. Drew McIntyre beat Jinder Mahal. That's all you need to know. Roman Reigns cut a crazy promo. He's becoming more intense in his promos. It's like he's starting to get concerned. This is the first time we've seen him, you know, get a little bit rattled during his promos. But he's going to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. That's really all he said, really. The Usos battled the Viking Raiders for the titles, and the Usos retained. Just like with what I said about New Day last week, I'm going to have to say it here about the Usos. I enjoy the Usos, but I personally feel with the Usos and the New Day, I feel like both of these teams need to start taking a step back in this tag team division. You got Holland and Sheamus. You got Holland and Sheamus. You've got bloody Nakamura and Rick Boogs. You've got Crappy Corbin and Mad Crap Moss. You've got good variety of teams for your tag team division, but yet this entire SmackDown tag team division is always about the New Day and the Usos. If you go through the entire history of the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, the Usos and the New Day are basically everywhere on those damn things. I really wanted to see the Viking Raiders win, but I was like, well, Ricochet pulled out the shocker of the night, so I knew the Viking Raiders weren't going to do the same thing either. And then we had Sheamus and Ridge Holland steal Big E's ATV. Yep, they're feuding over an ATV. Absolutely stupid. And so yeah, maybe stupid, but I will say I did at least enjoy this. I did enjoy this episode of SmackDown. I thought it was very, very good outside of the Ronda Charlotte shenanigans. And my God, WWE has never insulted my intelligence as badly as they did today. absolutely insufferable. So thank you all so much for joining me for this review, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that thumbs up. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below. And I'll see you all next time.